Hey, I'm Tristan Bailey, and welcome to Fifth Quarter Sports, your source for high school sports in the Shreveport-Bossier area. Week 10 had a lot of great matchups and a bunch of hungry teams trying to make their way to the playoffs this year. The 7-2 Benton Tigers are looking to take home the 1-4-8 district title, but first they got to take on the 4-5 Huntington Raiders at Lee Hedges Stadium. On the first play, we're going to have Benton's freshman quarterback Garrett Gable throwing a pass to wide receiver Tyler Stevens. Is it a touchdown? And the ref says yes, and it's definitely a top play nominee with that awesome catch. Benton would make the extra point and go up 7-0 in the second quarter. Benton is also going to do a great job of containing Huntington's Larry Moton and stop their run game. On the next play, Gable is going to throw to TJ Anderson, who's going to make a spectacular catch, but the play is going to get called back for a penalty. Benton will end up punting on that drive. On Huntington's next drive, Moton is going to find Tadero Maiden, who's almost going to score. Both teams would end up scoring in the fourth quarter, but Benton will go on to win 14-7. Shamichael Ashton is going to lead Huntington with 3 sacks, and Garrett Gable is going to finish with a touchdown, and he's going to go 1 for 7 passing for just 40 yards. Benton is going to take home the 1-4-8 district title. Next up, we have Fair Park against North DeSoto in another big 1-4-A matchup. We're going to start off with North DeSoto up 28-8 as Robert Rochelle is going to make a great run and almost get into the end zone. Then Cedric Smith is going to run in for the 3-yard touchdown and bring the score to 28-16. On the next drive, North DeSoto's Cole Ward is going to do some great running, but on this play he's going to fumble it and Fair Park's going to pick up the ball. After what seems to be a quick 3-and-out, on 4th down, Fair Park is going to pull a trick play out of their hat and fake the punt as Lowell Goff Jr. is going to get the first down. Then Cedric Smith is going to find Rochelle for a 57-yard touchdown. And on the next drive, Delmonte Hall is going to throw another deep pass, and somehow Chase Soka is going to come up with it. After a change of possession, Smith is going to get out of trouble somehow and launch a deep pass to Robert Rochelle. On the next drive, Smith is going to drop back the pass, and he's going to end up being picked off by North DeSoto's Tim Howard. North DeSoto is going to prove to be too much for Fair Park, and they're going to take the win 28-22 as Delmonte Hall is going to finish 2 for 6 passing with 1 touchdown and 1 interception. He's also going to have 56 rush yards on 21 carries and 2 rushing touchdowns. Dennis Hall is going to have 24 carries for 113 yards. Fair Park's offense is going to have a big game as Cedric Smith is going to go 15 for 40 for 314 yards, 2 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. He's also going to have 9 carries for 62 yards and a touchdown. CJ Thomas is going to have 8 catches for 170 yards and 1 touchdown, and Rochelle is going to have 3 catches for 115 yards and a touchdown. Both teams are going to end up making it to the playoffs, but don't go anywhere. We've got a lot more to come on fifth quarter. Hey, I'm Tristan Bailey, and welcome to Fifth Quarter Sports, your source for high school sports in the Shreveport-Bossier area. If you're a high school athlete, a big fan, or you just want to represent your team, be a part of our show, give us a call at 318-759-7767. We're back on fifth quarter, and we've got another exciting 5A game for you. This time, we've got Parkway traveling to Airline in a district matchup. Parkway is out of playoff contention this season because of a violation of LHSAA rules, but they're definitely still looking for a big win in this game. Parkway's crowd said they're going to treat this like their playoff game. We're going to start off with Airline up 14-7, and Keandre Woodkey's going to hook up with Jared Lancaster. Noah Hildebrand is also going to have an awesome game as he's thrown for 2 touchdowns so far in this game. But Woodkey's going to be rock solid. It's right here he's going to find Justin Rogers, who's going to be brought down all the way at the 1-yard line. Right after that, William McKnight will take it in for the score. On Parkway's next possession, take a look at this nifty play. McKnight is going to take the handoff, and then he's going to hand it off to C.J. Morgan Walker, who looks like he's going to drop back the pass, but then he's going to take off for a big gain on the ground. This is definitely a top play nominee. On the next play, Jared's going to catch the 35-yard reception for a touchdown.
Coming live today from Airline High School over here in Bossier City, Louisiana. With despite Airline coming out taking a commanding lead of 14-0, Parkway showed a heart of a champion and battled all the way back to take a 21-14 lead in the second quarter. We still have a little bit of time left right before halftime here, and Parkway is commanding this game right now. There's been a lot of missed calls, a lot of questionable calls, sir. But right now, it seems to be the best game of the season.
Thanks, Deontay. Airline tries to come back with some great running from Shuntsy Thomas, and then Hildebrand does a great job of avoiding the sack on this play, and he's going to find Cameron Howell, who comes down with a great catch. But is it a touchdown? No, the refs are going to wave this one off. However, a few plays later, Hildebrand is going to find DeJuan Bird for the touchdown and tie it up at 21-all. Parkway is going to end up being too much for Airline, and they're going to take the win 41-28, as Keandre Woodkey is going to have 3 pass touchdowns, and William McKnight's going to have 2 rushing touchdowns. Airline's quarterback Noah Hildebrand is also going to throw for 4 touchdowns. Next, we have the 9-0 powerhouse C.E. Bird versus 8-1 Haughton. We're going to take it out to Deontay Cooper, who is live at the game.
That's right, Tristan. We're coming live from Haughton, Louisiana, where the Haughton Buccaneers are facing the undefeated Bird Yellow Jackets, and it has been nothing but total domination from the starting kickoff. Right now, the score is 42-7 in the fourth quarter, and Bird will end the season a perfect 10-0. If the Yellow Jackets get ready to march into the playoffs next week, can anybody stop the Yellow Jackets on their mission to the state championship?
Bird would go on to win 42-7, as they're going to have 301 rush yards and hold the talented Buccaneers to under 200 total yards. In our next game, we have Captain Shreve versus Southwood, as they play in this 5A district matchup. Both teams have an opportunity to make the playoffs with a win. We start off in the second quarter with the score 7-7, as Donovan Banks is going to find Tramel Robertson, who gets hit hard by Andre Murray. Now on fourth down, Shreve is going to punt, but the ball is muffed by Southwood and recovered by Captain Shreve. Shreve is not going to score on that drive. However, a couple of drives later, they're going to have the ball on the 24, and Shamaria Lewis is going to make some shifty moves and take it all the way to the end zone and give Shreve the 14-7 lead. Southwood keeps the big hits going, and on this quarterback keeper, Marquelis Turner is going to unload on Donovan Banks, and he's also going to have an awesome interception before the end of the first half. With only a few seconds left in the game and tied at 21, Chad Oster is going to come on for Shreve, and he's going to kick a 25-yard field goal as time runs out, and Shreve's going to take a 24-21 win. Lewis and Banks are going to combine for 224 yards, and Crowder is going to run 19 times for 205 yards. In other notable scores, Green Oaks is going to beat Bossier 27-12. Cavalry is going to beat Red River Bad 49-0. Evangel is going to take a big win over Mansfield 30-6. Loyola is going to barely hang on against Woodlawn 21-20. And North Webster is going to put up a bunch of points in their win against BTW 57-24. We'll be exploring more high school sports coming up next on fifth quarter, and later we've got an interview with one of Loyola's top volleyball players, and we're going to showcase their game against Mansfield High School. More fifth quarter to come. And we're back on fifth quarter sports, and now we want to explore a little bit into a sport that's not highlighted as much as some of the other sports, and that's high school volleyball. Up next, we're going to have an interview with one of their star players, Chelsea Smith.
My name is Chelsea Nicole Smith. I'm 16 years old. I attend Loyola College Prep, where I am a junior and I am a middle hitter. I first got interested in volleyball my sophomore year. Freshman year, I thought that I wasn't a good player. I thought that I wouldn't be able to do anything, and I actually was like, Coach, I don't have any hand-eye coordination. But she told me to do it sophomore year, and I've loved it ever since. And now this is my junior year, and I'm still playing. In my senior year, I will definitely be out there on that court. When I was very young, my only father figures in my life passed away. They were my uncles, and just that has really helped me, and like volleyball has like coped me in dealing with it. Like, I'm going to turn all of this negative energy that I have into something positive. And when I came to Loyola, the atmosphere was amazing. Like, they helped me, they supported me through everything, and they told me that it was going to be okay. So I just take all that frustration out there on that court, on that volleyball. Me wanting to get where I want to go into the future, I have a very huge goal in mind. I actually want to go out of state to school in Atlanta or either Dallas. And me just knowing where I want to go in life and knowing what I want to be pushes me and drives me every day to do what I have to do to get a scholarship or do the necessities and things that I need to do to be able to get there. My coaches they're very funny and they're very hard. We condition a lot, we practice a lot, and they push us very hard, but at the end of the day, we have a bond that can never be broken, and I will seriously miss these ladies, and I love them so much. The fans are very supportive. They're very faithful. They're in that student section every time we have a game, and most of the time we have games on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Whether rain, sleet, or snow, they will be there in those stands. I balance school and sports by mainly just focusing on school. I mean, school comes first, and if I don't meet the academic requirements to be able to play sports, I mean, I'm going to have to worry more about my academics. But I try to do most of my homework in class, and one thing that I can say about myself is I'm a very studious student, so academics will always come first for me, but volleyball will always be in my heart. Yes, my parents are very involved. They're in those stands every time I have a game, away game, home game. And they will be here for me at playoffs next week, and I know they will be here for playoffs next week. This win, actually, it makes me want to cry. I am so happy, and I am very pleased and honored with my team. I love my team very much. Loyola Flyers, yeah, we're gonna bring it at playoffs. I'm gonna make sure we bring it. We're conditioning, and we're coming 10 times harder. I've learned that it's okay to win, and it's okay to lose. Either way, I mean, God still has us, and we will still be winners in our hearts. And my team is very supportive, and they have taught me that, I mean, we can't win them all, but the ones that we do win, we're going to be thankful for them, and we're going to go out there and get another win. Anything that you want to do, you can, like, if you put your mind to it, you will be able to do it. I mean, I never thought that I would be a junior maintaining 5 different activities. I never thought that I would be here. I never thought that I would be pursuing my dreams, my academics, all the scholarships and things and colleges that have contacted me. Like, my life is very hectic and busy, but I'm very thankful. And anything that you want to do, believe me, I am a living testimony. You can set your mind to do it and you will achieve it.
What an awesome young lady. Next up, we're going to take a look at our top performers. Our Week 10 top performers are Cavalry's Shea Patterson, who's going to go 12 for 16 for 282 yards, 4 touchdowns, and only 1 interception. We've got Southwood's Keatron Crowder, who's got 19 rushes for 205 yards and 3 touchdowns. Fair Park's Derek Smith is going to go 15 for 40 for 314 yards. He's going to throw 2 touchdowns, and he's going to rush for 62 yards and another touchdown. North DeSoto's Delmonte Hall is going to go 2 for 6 for 76 yards and a touchdown. He's also going to have 21 carries for 56 yards and add on 2 more touchdowns. Bird's Malik Leary is going to have 17 carries for 103 yards and 3 big touchdowns. Parkway's Keandre Wutty is going to have 3 passing touchdowns. Coming up next, we're going to have an interview with Cavalry's punter, Brian Barber. We're going to talk about the football playoff picture and more next on Fifth Quarter.
Volleyball!
Hey, I'm Tristan Bailey, and welcome to Fifth Quarter Sports, your source for high school sports in the Shreveport-Bossier area. If you're a high school athlete, a big fan, or you just want to represent your team, be a part of our show, give us a call at 318-759-7767. Welcome back. Cavalry's had a great year so far, and this next student athlete is definitely a big part of the Cavaliers' success. Stephanie, we take it to you.
Thanks, Tristan. Stephanie Fruget here at Cavalry Baptist Academy in Shreveport, right here off of Linwood Avenue, and we are about to interview a very bright and talented young man, Brian Barber Jr. He is the punter for the middle school and the high school football team here for the Cavaliers. Hi, Brian. Thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
So you play for the middle school and the high school team, which makes you like the youngest player on the team. So how does it feel to be the youngest player?
It feels pretty good. It just allows me to have a lot of great people to look up to have a good example.
That's awesome. What do you love most about your school?
That it's all focused around God, and it gives us a great atmosphere, and we have great teachers and staff and coaches.
That's amazing. What a blessing to go to this school. Who are your sports heroes, and what do you admire most about them?
My favorite sports hero would be Peyton Manning because of his character and the way he keeps calm and is very humble.
Tell us a little bit about your coaches.
We have a great group of coaches, from Coach Senior, and then our special teams coach, Coach Stegall, who's worked with me for quite some time, and they're very good coaches.
So what do all these good coaches have in common?
They all have a very good history. They all either played in college or some played in the pros or European leagues, and they were all very good, and they're all good Christian men.
Wow, you have really great leadership here.
Yes,
that's awesome. When did you first get interested in sports?
Probably from when I was just a young kid. My dad tried to get me to like it, and I ended up loving it, so just decided to stick with it.
You kept going with it, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you broken any records?
I was the first 7th grader at Cavalry to win a state championship in football.
Wow, that's
Yes,
really amazing.
Yes,
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Describe your highlights of playing sports.
The best part is just being able to hang out with all the other guys and just have fun and just doing what we love and being able to honor God through everything.
That's really amazing. What are your future aspirations?
I really don't know at this point. I'd love to do something having to do with football in the future, and that's what I would hope my future consists of.
Awesome. How do you balance school and sports?
It's tough, but it's manageable. Usually as soon as I get through with football practice, I go straight to hitting the books and doing a whole lot of homework, but it all pays off in the end.
How are the fans?
The fans, they're amazing. They're the best. They're always there every Friday night and always cheering us on.
What do you and your team do to prepare for games?
We practice the little things a lot. That's what our coaches focus on, is if we get the little things right, then it all come together in the end.
What have you learned about teamwork?
I've learned that if everybody does their part as the team, then the whole team will benefit from it.
Seems like you're the youngest, but you have a lot of wisdom. Describe your team and your teammates.
They're the best team I could ever ask for. They're always there. They never have anything negative to say. They're always encouraging and positive, and they're the best around.
Are your parents involved in the athletic part of your life?
Yes, ma'am. They're very involved. They're the ones that get me to practice and take me home and help me with all my stuff and pay for it. So with the state championship, that would be amazing. We're just trying to do our best and play to honor God.
What a great young man. Now let's take a look at the playoff picture. Number 1, Bird, will play number 32, Fountain Blue, at Lee Hedges in a 5A matchup. Number 5, Haughton will play number 28, Ouachita. Number 27, Captain Shreve will travel to play number 6, Thibodeau. And number 30, Airline will go to play number 3, Zachary. In 4A, number 4, Benton will host number 29, Belle Chase. Number 7, North DeSoto is going to host number 26, Northside. Number 12, Minden will host number 21, Peabody. Number 22, Fair Park will travel to LaGrange. And number 28, Woodlawn will travel to Warren Easton. In 3A playoffs, 9-1 Cavalry will have a first round bye. Now here's some other notable playoff games. Next up, we're going to have our power rankings, top plays, and player of the week, only on Fifth Quarter. Welcome back, and now we're going to take a look at our power rankings. At number 1, we've got C.E. Bird. Following them at number 2, we've got Cavalry. Coming in at number 3 is Parkway, followed by number 4, Haughton. At number 5, we have Minden, and number 6, Benton High School. Our player of the week is Fair Park's Cedric Smith. He's going to go 15 for 40 for 314 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's also going to have 9 carries for 62 yards and another touchdown. And he's going to be getting ready for an exciting playoff matchup. And now for our top plays. At number 5, look at this nifty play. McKnight is going to take the handoff, and then he's going to hand it off to C.J. Morgan Walker, who looks like he's going to pass, but pulls it down and makes a big gain on the ground. At number 4, we have some big defensive hits by Southwood's secondary. First, we have Tramel Robertson getting hit hard by Andre Murray. Then Marquelis Turner just unloads on Donovan Banks on this quarterback keeper. Wow. And that's not it with Southwood's defense. Top play number 3, Turner lays out for this amazing interception. Our number 2 play, Benton's freshman quarterback, Garrett Gable, is going to throw a pass to Tyler Stevens, who's going to make an awesome catch. Is it a touchdown? And the refs say yes. And our number 1 play this week, Gable is going to throw it to TJ Anderson, who's going to bobble the ball and end up making a spectacular catch, even though the play does get called back for a penalty. Thanks for watching Fifth Quarter Sports. We'll see you next time. Hey, I'm Tristan Bailey, and welcome to Fifth Quarter Sports, your source for high school sports in the Shreveport-Bossier area. If you're a high school athlete, a big fan, or you just want to represent your team, be a part of our show, give us a call at 318-759-7767.